Welcome to Super Game Core. Today we're actually just this episode, because we're about to play some Game Boy games, and Dan had some questions about the Super Game Boy, and I thought, well, it'd be cool to just do like a little Super Game Boy episode, just kind of like going through the Super Game Boy. So I chose Space Invaders for a very special reason. So here we are on Super Nintendo. Space Invaders is in here. Gives us games that worked with the Super, like there were games that were programmed for it.
Yeah.
And they had like special borders. So this cabinet right here is a special border. So
that's what I was just about to ask you. I was like, so wait, is this part of the? Because I noticed when we put in Ninja Turtles for like 3 seconds, and that was just the it just looked like a Game Boy on the outside. But this is actually like
this has
set
like a cabinet.
Up, yeah,
right.
for Space Invaders.
Yeah. So hit Super Game Boy.
Okay.
And this is the Game Boy version. And what was special about these Game Boy programmed games is that like they could do. So the way Super Game Boy works with a regular Game Boy game is that it's just taking those 4 shades of green, and you're just like assigning colors to the 4 shades of green. Right?
I just wanted to say it's like the second time in my life I've ever played Space Invaders.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow, I played the shit out of this actually, this version, which your mom actually bought me like years and years ago.
Really?
Like the year it came out. Yeah. So what were you, probably like 2 in '94?
1.
Wow. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
So what was special about these Super Game Boy games is that they could do more than one color.
Okay.
So like this had, or not more than one color, more than the 4 colors.
More than the 4 colors that were
Right.
set up on the.
And they could assign certain colors to certain objects and stuff, right?
Now that's why Metroid 2 you can actually play that in color, right?
So yeah, Metroid 2 is a little weird. I'm glad you brought that one up too. So that actually doesn't really play in color. Certain games have like a sort of like a color palette assigned to them. So Metroid 2 might be set up a little better than other ones. Like I think the Super Game Boy itself has like color palettes for like the more popular games.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
But the weird thing about Metroid 2 is if you put it into a Game Boy Color,
yeah,
it's actually like fully colored and stuff.
Really?
So on the actual on the actual Metroid 2 cartridge, yeah, there is like color
set
information.
Up for color. That's kind of crazy.
But the Super Game Boy for some reason doesn't like access it. It is really weird.
I died, by the way.
That's all right. It's fine. So what I want you to do now is hit L and R together. So this brings up the Super Game Boy menu.
I didn't even know this was a thing.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
just click around. So like click the first one, I guess.
All right.
Because I don't remember. All right. So these are like color palettes that are already. So this is what your average Game Boy game is going to look like in here. It's just going to.
So it's just the 4 colors.
Yeah, it's just the 4 colors, and it's just you just kind of pick whatever palette. If you hit the 1, they give you more palettes to swap through.
This is kind of crazy, actually. This is really cool.
Yeah, I think it's neat. I used to play with these color palettes like all day for like certain games.
There's
so
many.
Oh yeah, and then you can make your own. So hit the go back and hit the menu that got you here. Now hit the borders. So now you have all your borders. So now you're turning off the Super Game Boy one. The little smiley face I think is the Super Game Boy option.
So the one that comes with the game, if there is one.
Right.
Oh, with this cat one on.
I forget what it looks like actually. There it
is.
is.
Cats.
And then like the borders, if you just like let them sit there for a while, they actually have like a bit of like a screensaver function to them. Like something will happen.
Oh,
like
cool.
The cats will meow or something. So go back. Let's see what's next. Then your control. I always actually change the controls on here. I always do type A because now your Y button is attack and it's more like a Super Nintendo game.
Like, yeah.
You know?
Okay. Oh wow, this is very more detailed than I imagined.
Yeah, Super Game Boy's neat.
Now, did the Game Boy Advance player that have stuff like this? That
not
have its own menu?
A little bit, but not like
not
as
like
in
as in
depth.
detail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is
now this. If you have the this is your custom color palettes.
Okay. All right.
So now like this is where you can go through and like I don't know, assign a color to one of the spots over there. See to the left, yeah. So that's how you, and then if you see the little white and the black, that's how you can play with the contrast on these colors.
Oh, that is really cool actually.
Yeah.
Make it all black. Trying to play it.
There's a camera over there. I kind of forget what the camera does. Like
Where?
the little see it over to the right. I mean, I guess it takes some kind of screenshot. It might save like a color palette or something. You might be able to save like one palette. And then they have, if you really like it, this is a little lame, but if you really like the color palette, see the password up there changing all the time?
Oh, that's how you just get to that color palette immediately?
Yeah. But I don't know what would take longer, putting the color palette that you had together or
putting
typing in the crazy password. So finally, the face over here, you can draw your own border. If we had the mouse plugged in, we can we'd be able to draw with the Super Nintendo mouse.
We'd be drawing a lot of wieners around here.
Yes,
yeah.
we can try and draw a wiener right now if you wish.
I won't.
Go ahead. There you go. Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. I was wondering. Oh yeah, it looks like looks like a hammer. So there's our wiener. All right, so that's like the basics of Super Game Boy. I think I have to hit reset to show you the next part.
Okay.
All right, so now what was really special, now like I said, the special Game Boy games have the special color palettes, but Space Invaders, Click Arcade. Space Invaders was a whole other ball game.
Now I'm invading
Be
your
prepared.
Super NES.
Be prepared to have your mind blown by Space Invaders Super Game Boy. Hit start. It's like a real game all of a sudden.
Yeah. Wow. It's kind of crazy. So I guess we just want this or
Yeah. Whatever one you want. Upright. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, you got like a. And the old arcade game had like the mountain back or the meteor, whatever you want to call that planet, was actually not really back there. It was like a projection. But there you go. It's actually so what they did with Space Invaders.
Now we have the arcade version.
Yeah. So and you notice like the sound is not Game Boy sound.
No,
so
it's an actual
Right. So what they did was because Space Invaders is so tiny that they actually hid a Super Nintendo game like on the cartridge.
That's pretty awesome. Now, did people know about that? Like,
yeah, I mean it's like I think people that like know Super Game Boy and stuff, like I don't know how secret it is or whatever, but I mean this was the reason I wanted this game when I was younger.
All right, so you knew about it,
like I knew about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean Nintendo Power had like pictures. I was like, holy shit! I didn't like really understand that they really just programmed like a Super Nintendo game on here.
You thought it was more or less like, I mean, I don't know what you thought. What did you think about it at the time?
Well, I just thought it was just like, wow, look what it's doing. Like I didn't really.
You didn't really. I mean, did you actually like Space Invaders like as a game?
Yeah, well then and then like I didn't like play too much of it before I got this, but then like I actually had this game before I had the Super Game Boy.
Yeah.
So I just played that regular Game Boy version we were playing at first like a lot. Like I actually played like a ton of that, like curled up under a light. And then I finally got the Super Game Boy and then I played this a lot too. So yeah,
so,
dude.
I guess that's similar memory to when I first got the first thing I ever had was a Game Boy Advance. I remember like no light or anything.
Yeah, like
playing that in like total light, and then when you got that crazy like the backlight, that big giant piece of shit.
Oh yeah. Did I get you that with it?
Yeah, I love that thing, dude. I mean, I just call it a piece of shit.
Oh yeah, I mean I had to use one too. Yeah, I remember having like on my Game Boy this giant battery pack because what it was like the 4 AA batteries in its own pack, and it like attached to the back. So it was that plus the light, plus the big light. So I was holding like this giant piece of shit every time I play Game Boy. That's all right. We're oh my god, here he comes. But yeah, so there's Super Game Boy and there is Space Invaders for Super Game Boy. So this is like a 2-in-1 episode.
That was cool.
Yeah, a little tour for you.
Yeah, I like that.
Cool. All right. So guys, if you like the vid, make sure you like and subscribe and tell your buddies and all that stuff. Thanks for watching.